Hey, how y'all doing, baby? Y'all know what day of the week it is. It's the day we wait for all week. It's Friday, baby. It is Friday, Beer and Bud Friday. So get the beer off the ice, put the bud in the bowl, baby, whatever it is, and let's get ready for this shit. Today, baby, I got beer, and it's all the way from our good buddy Gary Spring up in Canada, and it's Whistler Brewing Company, and it is Bear Paw Honey Lager. And I'm going to drink that because we want to see what it looks like, baby. We're going to drink that out of our Save the World beer glass. Oh, look at that. That's a nice deep amber color. Look at there. Woo! Hold on and put a little head on that thing. Think about a drop left in there. Anyway, John doesn't know how to pour beer. Oh, that's quite good. That is quite good. Might need the rest of that in there. Woo! Gary Spring, brother, we always appreciate you. You've been a big supporter of this show, and we love always having you there in the chat. And nice beer, brother. Anyway, y'all know the rest of that stuff. Put whatever smokable material you have and fire it up, baby. It's the weekend. We've been through a whole week, started with CPAC and all this, golden statues. We went through the imaginary insurrection and the imaginary inauguration. It's been quite an active week. Holy shit. That requires a sip of beer. That's rather good. It's been a full week. And we got more to look forward to. Anyway, before I get started, I got mail, baby. I got a card from Bobby and Mary Packer from Brandon, Wisconsin. They've been with us a long time. I love hearing from them. And I love the card. It's an old boy sitting in his boat with a lure down there and a shark right underneath him with a six-pack on the end of a line. Let's see who's going to wait each other out. Anyway, he said, glad that the freeze is over and that we're all right. We appreciate that. Ooh. And tells us to fight on. Bobby and Mary, we don't have a choice, baby. That's what we have to do is fight on. Woo! I got the hiccups. No, I ain't starting over. Y'all get hiccups and all. It must be the beer. Couldn't be anything else. Anyway, today is still we're trying to get the COVID-19 bill passed through the Senate. Thanks to Ron Johnson, you know, he got the bill read out there on the Senate floor, all 600 and some odd pages, I guess. Wanted to make sure every word was read out loud. A delaying tactic. Just to push it back another, 10, 12 hours or so. Anything to obstruct. And they're not done. Today is, I guess, what they call Votorama Day. I guess. Votorama, that's where the senators get to introduce amendments to the bill. And those amendments have to be debated and voted on. Now, the debate is only limited to 1 minute. Each side gets a turn. Then they take a vote. It's supposed to be a 10-minute vote. Now, well, that won't take long, John. Are you shitting me? Our buddy Ron Johnson up there in Wisconsin, he's already said he's got 100 amendments. And he's going to keep cranking them out. And other Republicans are going to join him with other amendments that they know aren't going to pass. Every amendment gets voted on is a simple majority. That's it. Don't have to go 60-40 or none of that shit. It's 51 wins. Let's go. Trying to streamline the process to try to get it done. But the Republicans, again, are trying to obstruct as much as they can. It's the only thing they got, baby. It's the only thing they got. We already stripped down the unemployment benefits from 400 to 300 a week. That's if we get Joe Manchin on board. We done lost the $15 an hour. We'd had 8 Democrats that voted with the Republicans against that little notion. I swear, man, they'll fight tooth and nail to keep money out of the hands of poor people. I swear. You kind of wonder what the hell that's all about. But anyway, they're going to extend this out. Like I said, each one maybe going to take about 15, 20 minutes on the books. Now, that doesn't include the hee-hawing around between each vote and all that shit. So you can see how if they start putting up hundreds and hundreds of amendments, how long this could delay it. And I say delay because it's inevitable. It is going to pass. We have the votes in the Senate to pass it. I reckon. If we don't lose people like Joe Manchin and others that are just, I don't know. We got to take care of that. That's part of the shit that we have to. But obstruction, that's their game. And that's the problem that Joe Biden is going to face for a long time, until 2022 at least. And that's where we come in to change that shit. But until then, that's what we're stuck with. But obstruction is only part of it, baby. We have to worry about the people within our house, the lawmakers in our house. There's an investigation going on right now into if there's any lawmakers that had anything to do, any communication or assistance on January 6th. And they're doing that investigation. Now, it's probably going to be a few months before we find out anything. But all of a sudden, people like Josh Hawley and Mike Lee, they're mighty offended by this, looking into this metadata. How do you telling me my phone connected with this other phone on January 6th within the compound, within the Capitol? Well, that doesn't prove anything. He might be one of my constituents. Well, let's find out, baby. That metadata that the FBI is using tracks cell phones, baby, the ping. If you were there with your little cell phone, baby, they got your ass. They know your phone was there. They don't know what you did on your phone. They just know it was there. But they also know what other phone contacted your phone. And that's where the rub comes in. Seems to be there might be some congressmen and senators who are a little concerned about their phone being connected to somebody within that Capitol on being an insurrection, a rioter, on the day of the insurrection. Might prove to be a little embarrassing. Like, what was you talking to this guy for? So we have a house cleaning to do, and it's not being left off. The Congressman Zoe Lefgren, I forgot to write down where he's from, just put out a 2,000-page report documenting the social media posts of GOP members from November 3rd until January 6th. Some interesting quotations, I understand, are in there. There has to be accountability. That there has to be a price to pay for what was done. The Donnie Boy riling up the whole crowd, Don Jr., Mo Brooks, Rudy Giuliani, they're all out there. And hey, guess what? Yep. Eric Swalwell, congressman out of California, filed suit against all those people against the other guy's son, Rudy Giuliani, and Mo Brooks for what is it? Responsible for injury and destruction, a violation of civil rights, a civil suit that Congressman Swalwell is bringing against them. We also have who was it? Oh no, that's that other one. I'm glad to see this, because I need a sip of beer. That's what it is. Ain't got enough beer in me. We want truth and justice in our country. Well, that requires accountability. You can't have truth and justice unless you know what happened. And we're getting a pretty clear eye on what happened and who was involved. And we're going to find out, I fear, that it's part of our lawmakers and some of these people, Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley, Mo Brooks, Mike Lee, my congressman, Michael Cloud. It's a sad state where we're at right now. Pitiful. But we're the ones that have to clean it up. 2022 is coming. It's our voice that has to demand that justice, that has to demand that accountability. We cannot let January 6th just fade off into a memory as, oh, well, remember when that happened? Yeah, we do. And we want to see people held account. We want to see people brought to justice for what they did. Who's that Biggie or whatever his name is, the guy that stuck his tongue out at Nancy Pelosi's desk looking like an idiot? Oh, he's whining about why he's still in jail. They let everybody else go but me. Yeah, that's because we really just hate your ass anyway, and you're a dick. So stay in jail, you little shit. Who cares? The guy with the horns on his head, stay in jail. I don't really give a shit. You made the choice to be where you were. Hell, they even got a Trump appointee that worked for the State Department. The FBI arrested. I didn't write down his name because I want to talk about that later. They even have a Trump appointee who was inside the building with his Make America Great Again hat on, identified by some of his coworkers, mind you. Guy had a top security clearance. I dare to say he doesn't have that anymore. I dare say that he won't be working for the U.S. government in any capacity ever again. The guy shot his dick, just shot a hole in it. Messed himself up for the rest of life. Same way with the Horn guy, this Biggie guy, and all the other people, 280 some of them that were arrested. And that's just the beginning, baby. What is that? The FBI said they're just taking the low fruit. They're working their way up to see who they catch. And I'm afraid we're going to know the names of the people they're going to catch in this shit. And that's why we should use the 14th Amendment. If they are found to be guilty of insurrection or aiding and abetting the enemy, then they don't have a right to hold an office within our government. We can't trust them. They're seditionists. They're looking to undermine the government. And from the looks of things, with the obstruction that's going on, that includes the whole damn Republican Party. Because I said before, they don't care how much the U.S. citizens suffer in this. We're just a pawn, baby, in a game. You're an expendable pawn. You can be knocked off the board. Nobody will miss you. You're not the main game, baby. But there's millions of us out here. Millions of people that are waiting on this assistance desperately while it's being debated by millionaires in our house as to whether or not when you might get a little something. Well, it's been a long, hard year for a lot of people. Over 100,000 small businesses gone that aren't ever returning. All those employees that those small businesses employed are not getting their jobs back. And a job market that just barely made increases. They got better than expected, but it's still almost 10 million people out of work. That makes a hell of an impact on our economic recovery. And there's people hurting, and every day there's somebody else getting tossed out of an apartment, or they don't have the groceries to buy, or the money to keep the lights on. Every day these Republicans delay and obstruct this shit is another day somebody's going to suffer. We are begging the conservatives on the right that still have any dignity, any moral compass at all left, to join us. And you don't have to become a Democrat. Hell, become an independent. Just get out of the Klan. Just get out of the cesspool of what has become the obstructionist party of the Republicans. Because all they want is the power to be in office so they can steal the coffers blind. And then go out the door, as they're doing now, worried about how this COVID bill is going to impact their children and their grandchildren. And we can't include this debt. We're going to be so heavily in debt that we'll never get. Are you shitting me? Cry me a river. Every time they come in, they steal everything they can from corporations. Hell, they got some woman up in Houston now, they done found out, got $3.7 million in the PPP program from the first time, went out and bought 2 nice homes, a Land Rover and a bunch of jewelry and other shit, a boat. Are you shitting me? That's what the first one was all about. The first bill that went through where you got your $1,200, that bill was designed for corporations and businesses, people who had accountants and lawyers that were waiting and knew the ropes to get in there and get that money out as fast as they could. Your piddly ass. Well, we're going to debate it for a year. We'll get around to it. So now we're almost there. Y'all just hold on a little bit longer. The speed at which our government works is sometimes plumb embarrassing. But again, baby, we're the ones that change it. It's our voice that they fear. And an unrelenting voice can't be ignored. So we have to keep up the work. 2022 is around the corner. Beto O'Rourke for Texas. I'm hoping to get rid of the scumbag that is our governor here in Texas. The man is an embarrassment to my state, and he endangers the lives of my fellow Texans. Anyway, that's about all I got. What else I got? Had a wonderful time last night in the Blue Room after the show. Enjoyed the show, too, but afterwards, the Blue Room really got cranking, so. I was glad to see so many in there having a great conversation. And that's what it's all about. We stay together, we work together, and we prepare to march forward until Election Day in 2022. That's when we have to make our voices heard. But we got to prime the pump, baby. It don't flow unless we prime the pump. So, on that note, it's Friday, so enjoy your weekend. Kick back, relax as much as you can. Try to enjoy it. It's a beautiful day down here in South Texas. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are. And remember that we still have work to do. But we'll be back here on Sunday for another Blue Dot family meeting, so please come by and join us. Get on Discord, come by and join the conversation. We'd love to have you. Anyway, until then, the mask mandate down here in Texas is being lifted. We're open all up, but in my book, we're still in a pandemic, so I'm going to continue to wear my mask, wash my hands, stay socially distanced away from nasty-ass people, and try to put a smile on my heart and somebody else's heart sometime during the day. If you can accomplish that, well, it's been a pretty good day. Other than that, I love this family. I want to thank you all so much for the support that you give this family and how you've made it grow and spider out and make so many connections with people. I'm just so proud of that. And I saw a great example of that last night in the Blue Room. I just like that shit. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself. And we'll see you again on Sunday then. Y'all take care. Bye.